Let's go. Welcome to this 208th episode. I almost said second and eighth. I don't know. Welcome to the 208th episode of Gheesling Plays Minecraft. Where we last left off, we had found what we'd been looking so very hard for in this magical stairways. We did not place that torch either. But so we're gonna explore what's going on up there after we get our extra credit here. You can never pass up extra credit. If that's one thing that if you happen to be in grade school, middle school, high school, college, secondary school, trade school, 2-year associates school, community college, culinary school, those dots. Hopefully one thing you guys learned from this series is that you never pass up extra credit. And you sir are not welcome here. Those are making me nervous, all those spiky dots. But I have a feeling this could be it. There's some nice stairs here. And the Minecraft music is playing. Why are those floaty pixels? They're floating everywhere. Why would that be the case? This may be one of my favorite musical segments of Minecraft. I just like it. It's very like, you could be picking flowers in an open field. You could be sitting at the bar having a glass of Kool-Aid. You could be contemplating writing in a journal. This music fits a lot of things. But apparently one of the things that is not fitting is we just found something magical. Huh. Why would there be this little under room here? But anyways, that's, I don't know if there are, I'm guessing there's a lot of, we're not going to hit that because those white things are going to come out. I know there are a lot of records in this game that you can collect. I hope that song we just heard is collectible in this game. Because I would go to the ends of the Minecraft earth to find that record that plays that song. Okay, so we just did a complete loop here. But we did find a new something. Did we? Yeah, we placed that block. Or that torch. Alright, so I thought that... Let's listen to that. Sound like it feels like it's coming from above us to the left. Why would they put this up here? We're close, though. I'll tell you that much. We are close. The portal's got to be here somewhere. Sounds like there's some nonsense, some tomfoolery coming from this direction. Not to be confused with Tom Jones, but it's definitely coming from this direction. Cannot pass up the extra credit. Let's go ahead and light this up. You know, we're picking up some easy levels here. It's not like, it's definitely not court status, but no complaints from the extra credit department here. Continue to dig this out. Just in case we maybe were to find some more diamonds. You never know. You can never doubt what you're not truly sure about. What can we throw away here? That string out of here, coach. Throw the buttons. So I'd like for those monsters to make a little more, some more noise so we could follow them with our ears. That sensory overload. Sounds like this way. If I had to fathom. Do a lot of fathoming in my time. Throw the gunpowder. Nah, let's throw, it's all fairly valuable. Let's get rid of that. Need some more monsters sounds. Take us to your magical caverns here. Definitely coming left, maybe left up. Trusting on those Turtle Beach headsets. Ooh, that's not hasty. It seems like gold is is also a rare commodity nowadays. Oh, we're not picking any of that up, are we? How about some gold? There we go. Thank you, sirs. It's alright, let's continue to press on here. Seems like we have lost the sound a little bit. We might have done like might be digging around the sound instead of to the sound. Anyway, we are finding a lot of extra credit here. See what is going on here, sirs. Continue to put this up like a champion. I feel like we're really close, that we're almost to the point where we don't need to rely on the pearls, but we do need to, the monster noises will probably help us out. Just throwing that out here. Which means I don't know why I'm digging this way, because we haven't heard anything. Just heard a little something. Where are they at? Left? Yeah, it's like coming this-ish direction. I know it doesn't tell you a whole heck of a lot, but still try. Let's trust our ears. Where are you guys at? Give us a little more action here. Already dug all this way, huh? Let's try up a little bit, huh? There we go. The sound's getting a little bit stronger for us. Give us a little more here. There we go. There we go. Oh, you see what I see. He's hiding the magics. You kill your own kind. You see what he was... You saw what he was standing on. Look at that. Let's go. That is the finest. It may not be what we were looking for, but actually it is. It's 2 in 1 here. We're going to have a serious haul. This is now our 3rd nougat that we are going to find. And it's 2 for 1 here. Price of admission. Let's, we don't have any signs, do we? I guess let's put a line of torches this way so we know. We'll kind of light this area up as well, so we know how to get home. There we go. Okay. So, very excited. We found a fresh nougat. And I think... No, sir. Those are all laced with those Jabrinskis. So I want to make sure, see how big this nougat is. Get your sword out. Where is he? Get off. Huh, so that was just, we just kind of did like a little, Alright, so that is just a little U-turn action, but still, it's a fresh nougat. We'll take it. But maybe we should explore this little, there's like a little cavern, isn't there? Huh. I'm gonna guess this is a little off the beaten path, but still. We're still gonna dig it out here. Let's check it out. I'm not expecting a whole ton of a lot here, but we will take some little extra credit here. Continue to dig on. I mean, we're like, it's kind of like we're daisy chaining fortress rooms together, or stronghold rooms together, which is fine. But eventually it's got to lead us into like a chest room or something, right? Because I read that there's strongholds that have chests in them in libraries, but we haven't found any of those. But of course we're looking for the mother lode of the pearl. I mean, not the pearl, the portal. But that is very mysterious, because it is not here. Where next? We may have to throw a pearl, even though I don't want to, but let's see, where else is there to dig? We could dig straight down. Maybe that's a sign to dig straight down. Huh. Still giving us those fresh pieces here. Are we picking up that iron? Yes, we are. We're going to excavate all the way down here and just see what we can pull anything out of our bag of tricks. I do want to be picking up those grassy knolls, though. And, alright, so these floating pieces, look at that. That is not normal. Just trust it all. Trust it all to Hogwarts, even though I've never seen that. We're going to dig around. Those floating pieces, that is so abnormal. Maybe down here? That bedrock trolling us. Interesting. Still dig around. We could dig up here. Look for the floaty. Dig wherever there's floaty pieces. That's where we're digging. That's the scientific way to do it here. Dig where the floats are. Reminds me of one of the most underrated, and I feel like I've talked about this before. It reminds me of one of the most underrated things. And if I've talked about this, let me know in the comments. But back in the day where I used to live, there was a A&W right near where I lived. And, you know, nowadays I'm not such a huge fan of pop. But what we'd do is we'd go there, and it's obscene to think as a kid in high school how much you can eat without having to worrying about what you're eating. But we'd go to A&W, and it was within walking distance of my house. So we'd go to A&W and just load up. You know, we would, you know, order whatever food we wanted, like 4 burgers, whatever. And then they had free refills. They would give you these huge mugs of what can we dump here? Of A&W root beer. You want that stuff, sir. And you know, when I say mugs, they're like this big. So you could go and just get like infinite refills. So we would just post up there all day and like drink root beer until we would explode. But one of the most underrated things that most people would never even get, and I didn't even know about it until one of my friends ordered it. I don't even know if it's on the menu, but most people get a root beer float, which I think is actually not the strongest because you have to work at it. It's like the ice cream doesn't necessarily melt in with the good stuff. It's just kind of a mess. Like you have to have a spoon. But the concept, the materials are there. It's like, so they have something, instead of a root beer float, they have something called a root beer cooler, which is essentially the exact same thing as a root beer float, but they do the work for you. And it's all mixed up in this perfect, consistent, look at all these floats, unless that just comes from bedrock, a drink, and it's the finest thing that A&W has to offer. Although A&W has some great stuff. They have, their burgers are awesome, cheese fries. I gotta stop talking about A&W. And but yeah, so that's the A&W. If you ever go to A&W, get a root beer cooler because they're phenomenal. And we're gonna end the episode right here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're still looking for more parts of the stronghold. We're gonna find it here. Sometimes you get the feeling, and I think it's going to be the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video and like root beer coolers instead of floats, hit the like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. Root beer is so good.